This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, a fire in Warrington could have engulfed up to 5 homes if not for the quick responses by fire crews and locals. People flocked from far and wide to check out the latest offerings at this year's St Bathans Village Fete. And an Otago Regional Councillor and Alexandra Farmer says irrigation schemes could help rural firefighters. Kia ora, good evening. I'm Simon Anderson. A fire in Warrington could have potentially engulfed up to 5 homes if not for the quick responses by fire crews and locals. One house was badly damaged in the blaze, which is thought to have started in a power transformer on Saturday afternoon.
Dousing Saturday's fire in Warrington, which had spread quickly through 2 macrocarpa hedges because of severe winds. Fire and Emergency Senior Station Officer Mark Leonard says if crews had arrived only minutes later, the situation could have been much worse.
When we got here, we had a large one-involved fire through 2 hedges, probably 50-60 metres long each side of a house. We've lost one shed, the fire got into one garage, and we've managed to save the house that the fire got into.
Crews from Willowbank, Waitati, Dunedin and Waikawaiti received assistance from the local community to fight the blaze, carrying heavy hoses and using shovels to create fire breaks.
We were really stretched when we got here, and a big thank you to the members of the Warrington community who helped us run the hoses up and save the house.
While resident Todd Williams' house is currently unlivable due to fire damage, it's likely it can be repaired.
They saved our house and Alice and Jackie's house behind us. So thumbs up to all the volunteers and all the firefighters out there. We really appreciated your help today.
Senior Station Officer Mark Leonard says it appears the fire was started by winds blowing electrical wires in a power transformer together. In Warrington, The South Today.
A multi-million-dollar winning lotto ticket sold in Twizel over Christmas remains unclaimed. The winning ticket was sold at the Market store in Twizel on the 28th of December. The ticket won over $17 million. If the cash were already in the winner's bank account, it might earn the owner almost $500,000 per year. So far, the ticket's owner has lost over $21,000 in interest. People flocked from far and wide to check out the latest offerings at this year's St Bathans Village Fete. The popular event, which began 16 years ago, is hosted annually by the Cambrian St Bathans Rural Women.
Hundreds of locals and visitors check out the wares on offer at the annual St Bathans Village Fete. Convener Bex Calder says the event has grown tenfold since its humble beginnings.
This is our 16th year and we started with 5 stalls on the tennis court area here, and now we're up to 55 stalls which spread right down the street.
Organisers say the fete now attracts people from as far away as Canterbury. A wide variety of handcrafts were on offer, from dream catchers to jewellery and more.
We've got live entertainment and it's been a fabulous day with the weather, a little bit of wind but it hasn't deterred too many people.
There were also skill testing games on offer, which some made look easy while others didn't. Organisers say they were at maximum capacity this year and unable to fit any more stalls on the site, making for a future so bright they might be needing some of these. In St Bathans, The South Today.
A motorcyclist wearing sneakers, cotton pants and no gloves was allegedly clocked at 236 km per hour near Cromwell on Sunday. Police say the 27-year-old Queenstown man was travelling at a remarkably stupid speed when he went past a police patrol car on State Highway 8. The motorcyclist is expected to appear in the Alexandra District Court on charges of dangerous driving. An Otago Regional Councillor and Alexandra Farmer says irrigation schemes can help rural firefighters in times of need. Gary Callagher says if fire hose fittings are added to irrigation pipes in remote areas, they could save lives.
These parched paddocks in central Otago are typically tinder dry and at a high fire danger. Alexandra Farmer and Otago Regional Councillor Gary Callagher says a solution could be right under their noses.
The new Dairy Creek irrigation scheme that was put in a couple of years ago has year-round water, and if we had a firefighting fitting off that scheme, then tankers would be able to be filled from that fitting. It's a pressure system, so it has no pumping would be needed.
Kelleher says tapping into irrigation pipes is a potential lifesaver for rural firefighters. Finding easily accessible water sources to refill tankers is sometimes an issue, which prompted him to have a look around the region.
So we did an exercise with FENZ, or Fire and Emergency New Zealand, and had a look from here down and found there isn't any water. So if they had to fill a tanker, there are tanks, but none of the tanks that we looked at had firefighting fittings.
He says one solution is adding fire hose fittings to irrigation scheme pipelines at locations which would be known to firefighters. When he's not on the farm, Kelleher is an Otago Regional Councillor and is keen to tackle the issue at a political level.
I have made approaches to Central Otago District Council and included them in an email loop about how do we now get policy or have council consideration when someone's doing a subdivision or in a rural area.
He's keen for similar fittings to be added to irrigation systems across a wider area, but admits irrigation schemes are sometimes seen in a negative light, but says this is an example of how the systems can help protect farms, lifestyle blocks and towns.
And then if we could have a database and the fire crews all have knowledge and detail of where they are, then they can immediately go to them and they can always fill a tanker and know they can refill a tanker if a substantial fire was to happen. When you look at the current fires in Australia, with climate change and with the way things are becoming drier, that risk is sitting here too.
He says a farmer-driven and farmer-owned system should be able to protect large rural areas for the greater good. In Central Otago, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today. Environment campaigners hold a vigil in Invercargill for the people and animals affected by the Australian bushfires, and a 3-year-old is stoked with their present from a southern rodeo. See you after the break.
You've seen us in the street, now find us online. Check out shopon.org.nz. We have all sorts of treasures, from retro and vintage clothing to antiques, homewares and accessories. New items added every week. We're open 24/7.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
If you're suffering from sciatica, lower back pain, hips and pelvis and knees, this technique will work wonders for you. The energy flow is transmitting through the muscles. Come and see Sunny Chin.
Larnach Castle is proud to showcase their new retail space. Simply purchase an annual garden pass for year-round access to the garden, cafe and gift shop, or apply for a host card giving you full access to the castle, ballroom, cafe, gift shop and garden when accompanied by a full paying guest. Check out the website for full terms and conditions. risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
Nā mai anō, welcome back. Activists dressed up as kangaroos and koalas for a vigil in Invercargill held for those affected by the Australian bushfires. Saturday's event recognised the toll on both humans and wildlife from the catastrophic bush blazes occurring this summer.
Invercargill firefighters, some of whom have been away fighting the bushfires in Australia, were thanked at a vigil held in Queen's Park on Saturday.
I would like to thank our local firefighters for taking the time to be here, and I would also especially like to thank them for the difficult work they do and for the risks they take in caring for our community.
Also on the mind of those gathered was the plight of the estimated 480 million animals which have perished in the recent fires.
It's unimaginable and it's going to take generations to recover, so that's why I'm dressed as a kangaroo, because I'm standing with the roos and the koalas and the other animals that are dying.
Organised by the local Extinction Rebellion group, the event included a minute's silence in recognition of the millions of acres currently burning in Australia.
It's absolutely heartbreaking, and people can escape, people can replace stuff, but the animals are defenceless. They've got nowhere to go. They're just dying, and the scale of the loss is enormous.
People were also able to leave messages of support for the residents evacuated from the town of Mallacoota recently. In Invercargill, the South Today.
Christmas has come twice for young rodeo fan Jenna Jowett. The 3-year-old is over the moon, having received a pair of custom-designed leather chaps, similar to a pair made for rodeo champion Sam Church.
3-year-old Jenna Jowett at the Maniatoto Rodeo just after Christmas, getting to ride on the shoulders of her hero, Palmerston-based rodeo champion Sam Church. With both his father and grandfather having been rodeo champions, Church says he started taking an interest in rodeo at an age not much older than Jenna is now.
I had my first competition, I think, when I was about 4 or 5 years old. Yes. But ever since I've been about 12, it's been a pretty constant thing, most weekends and every summer, really.
In between attending rodeos, Jenna has also begun honing her riding skills back at home.
She's got an inflatable horse that she calls Bushwhacker, and she gets in the trampoline and rides it as they do with the bareback horses here. Put your arm up. You do it. Yep. You hold on tight. You bounce, bounce, bounce.
And for Christmas this year, Jenna received a pair of leather chaps, custom made by Hampden saddler Eddie Todd, who also created a similar pair for Sam Church.
Yeah, they're both made by Eddie, which is pretty cool. Jenna wanted the black and silver, so that's what we're lucky enough that Eddie had some material to make it with. So yeah, that's what we've ended up with.
And Church says he'd be happy to give Jenna some tips in the art of rodeo riding when she's older. In Central Otago, the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, an international BMX competition comes to Central Otago, and we check out the weather for the start of the week. See you after the break.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
to Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274. Lana Castle is proud to showcase their new retail space. Simply purchase an annual garden pass for year-round access to the garden, cafe and gift shop, or apply for a host card giving you full access to the castle, ballroom, cafe, gift shop and garden when accompanied by a full paying guest. Check out the website for full terms and conditions.
Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Thanks for staying with us. BMX riders descended on Alexandra at the weekend for a chance to claim a South Island title, a new personal best and increase their rankings. More than 250 competitors from around New Zealand and Australia attended the BMX New Zealand South Island titles in Alexandra at the weekend. The event was hosted at the town's revamped BMX park, and Alexandra BMX Club President Tony Nelson says the event was a great success. Although the weather at times provided some blustery conditions, riders battled their way around the course to prove their worth on the track. The event attracted a large crowd keen to watch some of the weekend's action. And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. A fire in Warrington could have engulfed up to 5 homes if not for the quick response by fire crews and locals. Hundreds of people flocked from far and wide to check out the many offerings of this year's St Bathans Village Fete. And an Otago Regional Councillor and Alexandra farmer says irrigation schemes could save lives if fire hose connectors are added to irrigation pipes. Now to see what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, we welcome editor Barry Stewart. Kia ora, Barry.
Hello Simon, welcome back.
Thanks very much.
After your break. Thousands of properties across Dunedin are now covered by new zones of cultural significance to local Maori. So changes there, so details of that in your paper tomorrow. Airbnb has offered a homeowner money for costs and counselling after his property was allegedly used as a brothel. He may donate some of that cash to the Australian Bushfire Appeal. So news of an arrest, a brazen smash and grab robbery in Oamaru of an Oamaru jewellery store last month. during which more than $13,000 worth of jewellery was stolen, and the owner of the store is delighted, and it's become as a relief to him.
For sure.
So good news there. And a once leaky old backcountry hut in Mount Aspiring National Park has been saved from demolition and is ready to shelter another generation of trampers.
Great.
And in business, we offer some tips on how you can cut your mortgage down, how you can pay it off quicker. So some good advice there for those entering that field.
That's great, Barry. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now time for a look at the weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with the southern view from Forbury Hill looking over Dunedin's St Clair Beach. Looking at the situation, a slow-moving anticyclone brings high pressure and sunny weather right through the week, with warm temperatures inland but cool northeasterly breezes on the Otago coast. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport are set for clear skies with 21 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim can expect cloudy skies and 21 degrees. Moving down to Canterbury, you'll have some cloudy skies across this area. Kaikoura and Christchurch head for 17, while it should reach 19 degrees in Ashburton. To the southern towns, the Catlins, Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore are all due for light northeasterlies and fine weather. Catlins 19, Balclutha and Lumsden head for 21, while Gore should reach 20 degrees. Heading to central Otago, where summer has hit as many return to work. Light winds and clear skies for all. Wanaka and Alexandra 24 degrees, Queenstown 23, and Te Anau you're set for 20 degrees. To the northern towns, Timaru and Oamaru you should plan for moderate northeasterlies, cloudy with 17 degrees. Twizel and Omarama you're due for light winds and clear skies, 24 for Twizel and 25 for Omarama. In Dunedin, low cloud tonight, looking an overnight low of 9. Tomorrow there's a cloud in the morning and evening, but mostly fine with long sunny periods by day. A high of 15 and a low of 9. Similar weather for Wednesday with a high of 15 and a low of 10 degrees. And in Invercargill, misty tonight with an overnight low of 6 degrees. Tomorrow plan for a few patches of mist or low cloud morning and night, otherwise fine and sunny. A high of 18 and a low of 7. Similar conditions on Wednesday with a high of 20 and a low of 7 degrees. That's the news this Monday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. Have a great evening and week. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.